Welcome back to Midweek Motivation with Mr.BetonYou. As you see, we're in the basement, in the office, the second office, and not in the car. The first three, I believe we've done three. Yeah, this is our fourth week, our fourth Wednesday of the Motivation Hour here on Mr.BetonYou, Pedro Dora Santiago. So, appreciate everybody that's coming in. I do have kind of a topic I want to go over today. I do want this to be interactive. So when you see me in the basement, I got the station ready so I could read and get to comments a little quicker. Might even open up the StreamYard link today, if that might be interesting to you guys. We'll see how the day goes. We'll be here for 45 minutes to an hour like we do every Wednesday. And I want to talk about how we can level up in 2023. So you guys are going to see this hashtag I'm going to be putting in certain videos, right? So this guy right here, hashtag level up 23. Now that's going to be, personalized for different people based on what your goals are for 2023. You guys, I've shared a lot of mine with you guys, and I'll continue to talk about things that I'll be working on, sharing those successes and failures that I have on this channel, in hopes that it can inspire you guys or motivate you, or not feel as demotivated if you see me fail at something, but I'm trying, and you can say, you know what, it's cool. It's, everybody does that, right? So level up 23. Okay. I'm going to be putting this hashtag in my videos in the same way I would put, no tip, no trick, right? I talk about that, right? Well, at the end of the day, this is even more important than that, because it's talking about what can we do. And I'm going to share things with you guys today on what level up 23 means to me, and how I am using the gig economy and shifting in some ways. And I'm going to share some numbers with you guys today. So today's going to be a good day. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Consider hitting the thumbs up if you get value from this content. And I think I might put in the StreamYard link if somebody wants to come in and share some things that you guys got going on. So before we get too far into it, we're going to talk about how to level up. I want to give some shout outs. I saw Dasher Benz. What up, Angel? Rachel, what up? How are you? Been a while. Dawn, Nomadic, always good to see you. Michael, Princess, hello. Always a pleasure. I've been following you for a while. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year coming up. Mr. Wax, what up? What up, Lee? So let me put this banner back up. Actually, okay, well, there's our little ticker. And let me put this guy up as well. I think I can do both. Level up 23. So I'm going to share some things with you guys today. But before I do that, I want to talk about kind of like what that means to me, right? So for me, a big motivation of mine for 2022 was to work a little bit less each 3 or 4 months in a gig economy. And I've shared that with you guys, right? I wanted to spend less active time making money and figuring out ways to make passive income. I'm going to share some of that with you guys today, some numbers, just to kind of be upfront and honest, so that you see, I'm not just talking. There's action behind my words, right? Anyways, so in 2022, I wanted to shift gears and figure out ways to make more money versus just always having to be in my car. But then that also allowed me to spend more time at home, whether it was me not working weekends, being home at night for dinner time most of the days of the week with Ruby and Madison, or being able to, if my nephew or my dad or mom needed something, or if my boys wanted to do something, I could say yes. I wanted to say yes to more things in my life in 2022 that were important to me, versus having to just work. So today I will share with you guys some things that I've done and money that I made today outside of the gig economy, and how that translates into me leveling up, and you will personalize that and make it your own. Okay. And I think I probably will have the StreamYard link open if somebody wants to come in and ask questions or share ideas. So let me get through a little bit of the story here, and then I'll get into the comments. So in 2022, it's been an overall really, really good year, because I was able to transition and work less active and making money passively, right? So I'll share an example of leveling up what that means to me. Okay. So between today and tomorrow, I will, and let me say this first. I know I shouldn't have to explain this, but I want to say it just so there's clarity and context. When I share certain things, I don't think that this isn't to brag, boast. This isn't to say, look at Pedro, because these are, money is a relative thing, right? Some numbers I might share, other people might think that's nothing. And that's because that's their perspective. Other people might think, wow, that's pretty awesome. That's cool. Good job. Right. So I just want to get that out the way. Between today and tomorrow, I'll make $2,500 passively. And that has nothing to do with YouTube money getting paid from YouTube or Google. Half of that is basically from an affiliate deal I have. And the other half is from a collaboration I have via YouTube. So these are things that I put a little bit of effort in, not a lot. You're talking maybe about 4 hours of work, maybe a little bit less, the entire month, and it paid me $2,500. So when I talk about leveling up, right, a lot of us come to this channel for tips and tricks and, how do I do this? How do I unassign an order? How do I find a tip? And that's good because that helps us in the moment when we're trying to make money, right? But for me, part of leveling up is not having to stress and be like, I got to be in my car to make my $200. As some of you might know, that was always my goal back in the day. $200 a day. How can I make $200 a day? Make it efficiently without having to spend as much miles and blah, 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 blah. As I was trying to figure out how to level up, right? And I'll continue this in 2023. How do I make money while I'm sleeping? Right? How do I have a couple of checks coming in my bank account where I don't have to go out and work Instacart, DoorDash, or Uber, or Spark, or whatever apps that we work, right? So for me, that $2,500 allows me a little more freedom and flexibility throughout maybe this week or the month, because I don't feel the pressure of having to pay this bill and do that and do this and do that, right? And it's only on 4 hours of active work time. Now, that situation won't be normal for most, but could you make $500 a month by doing something different or something similar, right? So in 2023, leveling up, I'm going to be showing you guys certain things along with a website and the network that we'll have out that will show you and give you ideas and give you motivation on how you can make that your own. Okay. And I know I'm ranting and rambling, but I want to get this out the way because I'm very proud of it. And I want to be able to share this stuff with you guys so you can make it your own. You can personalize it, right? Because like I said, maybe it's not $2,500. Maybe it's $500. Maybe it's $100. I think most of us, the 70 people that are watching right now, thank you for being here. Hit the thumbs up button. Can figure out some way to make an extra couple $100 a month to help with your bills, to help this, to help that. Or if it is a couple hundred, it allows you to take one extra day off from the apps, still meet your financial goals, and work on something else, or just have a day off. Sit on the couch and do something. Play with your kids. Do this, do that. So for me, between today and tomorrow, I'll have $2,500 hit my account. And I feel proud about that. And I worked hard to get to that point. But that's part of what I consider leveling up, right? So if you compound that times 12 months and you compound the other ways I make money, that is why I don't spend as much time in my car. I don't spend 40 hours a week in my car. I spend 25 hours a week in my car actively making money, right? So to me, I want to share with y'all, what does level up mean to me? That's what it means to me. Figuring out ways how to do that so I can have a much more Zen-like balance in my life, so that when I do have a bad day trying to make money in the gig economy, it doesn't like completely cripple me either financially, mentally, or it doesn't add stress, because I know I have something else I'm working on that's bringing me money coming in that's more passive, if that makes sense, right? Okay, so I wanted to kind of get that out the way and just kind of, and that amount of money, I'm going to be transparent with some things with you guys this year, because I want to be as real and raw as I can be. And I've done that with the gig economy. And now that I have other things going on, I want to show you guys, give you a little peek behind the curtain so you can see how I do this, how I do that. I will fail at things. I know that. I will have successes at things, but you guys will see it along the way. So the 2,500 is just basically 2 out of the 5 ways that I make money, right? So you got an affiliate link deal, which is awesome, which is cool. It's a great partnership. And then you have a collaboration on YouTube. I make 1 video a week. It pays me $1,000, right? And it's basically 4 hours of working time for the entire month. So my question to y'all today is, that's how I level up. What can you do to level up? What will you be doing? What are your goals? If you guys want, I'll look at the comments. If you guys want to come into the StreamYard and share some things or ask questions on things, if you want to know some of the other ways I make money, today could be a day or a week for that. So let me see who we got in chat. Mad Dash, what up? Necro, Kualaha, hello, hello, hello. Sony, Angel, Nomadic, level up every day, not just 2023. I like that. I like that 100%. Let me actually pull that up. So Nomadic Gigi Cow Mom, true hustler in this gig space, real supporter of many channels. Thanks for coming in. She says, level up every day, not just 2023. That's a fact. And for me, it'll be 365 days of 2023, right? And when you break it down and you could bet on you set goals and do it one day at a time every single day for 2023, that's what she's talking about. So I like that. Okay, let's see if I can. What up, Rico Dash? Hello, hello, hello. Matt Dash, appreciate you, man. Thank you for being in here. Okay, let's read this one here. This is from Laura. I will be vlogging my car life journey, and that's including opening up a merch store. I also sell calendars of my photography. Hit me up if you want some. Love it. Oh, I would love a calendar. Listen, I'll pay for that. So these are the kind of things. This whole Wednesday lives that we'll be doing. Sometimes I'll be in my car. The third, fourth, or first week of February and January and February, I'll be interviewing successful people in different fields, right? This is a time, 45 minutes to an hour every week. We can get together, share ideas, motivate. No drama, no negativity, just positivity, sharing things. This is what this show is for, right? You'll get me negative and you'll get me talking crap and being, whatever on my regular videos and maybe even on Sunday. But Wednesday, this is a place you come and we share ideas and we share results. And that's why I'm sharing some things with you guys today. One, because I'm proud, and two, because I want you to know that I don't talk the talk, I walk the walk. I'm out here hustling, I'm grinding just like you guys, but in a different way, right? And I'm proud of that. You should be proud of grinding and hustling how you do. But I do want to continue to challenge you guys. How can you make some passive money? The opportunities right now, they are there. Okay. I think a lot of us don't want to go back to W-2 or don't want to do this kind of work. And that's cool. That's not passive income. That's active. There are a lot of opportunities for passive income. Now, if you start something, it ain't going to hit the first day. It's probably not going to hit the first month. It might take you 6 months. It might take you a year to make one dime on it. You might start a YouTube channel. It takes you a year to make $1. But you know what? Then in 2024, maybe you're making some money, right? If you have a channel, for example, maybe you're making $50 a day. Who wouldn't like to have a YouTube channel and make $50 a day? I think all of us would love to do something like that. As long as it's not taking up so much of your time. Think about that. Think about how much $50 a day is. Times that by 7 days a week. It's $350 a week. Times that by 4. What are we looking at? 12, is that $1,300? No, $1,400, 13. Okay, stop. 3, 12, it's $1,400, right? So think about that. What could you do with $1,400 a month? Is that your rent? Is that your mortgage payment? Is that your grocery bill? Is that you and your husband's car payment? And then take that 14 and times it by 12. When you break it down, it's not as hard as many of us think to make passive income. It's just not enough of us have the balls to start. And I use that word for context because it's the truth. All right. Gig Lebowski, what up? How are you, man? 1,400. Yeah, thank you, Dasher Bench. I had a brain fire. I think I got there, though. I got to that number eventually. Garden State, what up? What up? So that's kind of what these Wednesdays are about, right? Sharing things with you guys, but you guys coming in and sharing things with me as well, because this show is for you guys to figure out how do we level up, how do we motivate, how do we inspire. We can share successes and failures, all the good stuff that these Wednesdays will be about, right? And I'm sharing my journey with y'all. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to kind of bring up. I brought it up, I believe, in my first Wednesday hour of motivation, right? It was either the first or second. Pretty sure it was the first one. And we talked about the company that you keep, the people you surround yourself with. The question I posed, I believe, was, are you the people you surround yourself with? Is that who you are, right? And we had some really good answers, some mixed answers. Some said yes, some said no, some said, well, maybe, but not all the time. It was really good. I liked the conversation that we had. So I want to kind of level up on that question today. Now, the next step I want to take with that is part of leveling up, part of having some success or failures and trying to reach your goals is going to be, who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you collaborating with? Who are you helping yourselves, right? Who are you spending time with? What are you spending your time doing? Now, if you spend too much time around negative people, people that are Debbie Downers, people that aren't betting on themselves, people that are always negative, you're probably going to be in that space sometime in 2023, and it won't allow you to reach your goals. But if you surround yourself with smart people, intelligent people, people that know things that you don't know, if you seek out answers and you collaborate with good people that have good intention, you're probably going to reach and level up in 2023 a lot sooner, a lot better. And it will probably be not easy, but it might be more enjoyable, right? So my one thing about how to level up 2023, the one thing I think I want us to remember, and I have to remind myself of this, is the people that you are around, the people that you bring into your circle, the people that you collaborate with, choose to do business with, choose to have relationships with, choose to give your time to, will be a key factor in your success or failure. Now, that doesn't mean you collaborate with somebody great and they're successful and automatically you're successful. Absolutely not. A lot of different things have to happen, right? But I can guarantee you this. If you surround yourself with people that aren't smart, can't help, are always negative, right? Are doing you a disservice. If you surround yourself with people that aren't honest with you, don't hold you accountable, you want people to be real with you, right? But if you surround yourself with people like that, it's going to be way more harder for you to reach your goals. That's a fact, right? And I'm speaking from personal experience. There's been many years in my life when I would surround myself with people that were just some type of way, but maybe it made me feel good in the moment because I was feeling like that, or I was that person. So like commonalities unite, right? So when somebody's miserable and you're miserable, you want to be around them because it makes you feel better because maybe they're more miserable, right? But when you figure out like, hey, I got to be a little more positive. I got to figure out how to level up. I got to figure out how to get out of my current situation, whether it's financially, your health, whatever. Then you can say, all right, who do I got to put myself around? Who do I need to take out of my life? That could be hard for some of us, but part of leveling up, reaching goals, is going to be having those kind of tough conversations with yourself and then surrounding yourself with people that are really good, right? That can help you, right? All right. So let's read some comments for a little bit now that I've ranted and rambled. All right. Thank you, Princess. Appreciate that. Listen, I'm not, I'm sharing my experience because I've done a lot of bad things. So, the last couple of years have been really good for me for multiple reasons. And I want to share that in hopes that, out of the 85 of y'all that are watching, there might be 2 or 3 of y'all that will like take this and do something with it. That's awesome. Maybe none of y'all will. That's cool. But maybe next week, one person will, right? It's all about, I want to help people level up. It's a big thing I want to be working on. Boxer, what up? What up, Necro? How you doing, brother? I think it's about comfort and success more than no balls or balls. Some people don't want to go out from their comfort zone. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I have to remind myself, Necro, that getting too comfortable can be a bad thing. And there are times, even currently, I felt this way in the last couple of weeks, if I'm being honest, where I was like, I'm comfortable. I got a little bit of this money coming in. I don't need to get in my car today, but I'm going to get in there anyway. Blah, blah. And you get comfortable and you become complacent and you can become lazy, right? And yeah, could I pay all my bills by just, could I pay all my bills without gig work? Yes. But that'd be a short-term thing. I'd be lazy. I can sit on my couch. I can watch music, listen to music, watch TV, play with my daughter all day. I can do that for several months and be fine. But that will not do me any good long-term. So being comfortable and being complacent can be a detriment, I think, to a lot of people. So great comment. What up, Vic? How you doing? Level Up with Levi. What up, Brandon? What up? What up? Yes, Leveling Up with Levi. I think that's his channel name, isn't it? I swear I did not steal that from him, but, good coincidence. Thank you. This is from Scolo. Just supporting. Love you, bro. Appreciate the $10 very, very much. Necro says, yes, the only thing to make $400 a day is just a pair of boots between you and the achievement. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know what? Think about what $400 a day is, right? That's basically $100,000 a year, right? I think that's the math. I've done the math. Some that have a calculator, go ahead and do that. It's not as hard and it's very, it can be attainable. I don't want to say this is easy. It can be attainable if you put your mind to work and you hustle, and we're all hustlers already that are here, and you figure out, what can I do? What moves can I make? right? What moves can I make? It won't be for everybody, okay? But when you look at the people that have any measure of success, whether it's financial, and I'm not there yet, okay? But when you look at that, there's a commonality in there. Consistency, not being afraid to fail, strong work ethic, being forward thinking. Sinful says change is uncomfortable. That's why people get stuck. Facts. Sinful Toaster, you know what? I changed a lot about my life. Y'all seen it when I started my YouTube channel. I had a really good job. I had a career. I had a salary. I had a salary. I worked for that position. It wasn't always easy, but I had a good job. So director of F&B at a casino. And that casino was ran and operated not Pinnacle. It was Penn National Gaming at that time, the biggest casino in North America. Good job. Loved it. I really did. But I knew I didn't want to do it forever, and I knew I didn't want to work for anybody else. I had a moment. But I had to be uncomfortable for several months. I had to work the gig economy 6-7 days a week for several months, learning my market, stacking my money. That's uncomfortable. The unknown is comfortable, right? It's not for everybody. Nothing wrong with having a cush W-2 and riding the wave till retirement. Nothing wrong with that. But that's not what I wanted. So I said, let's get uncomfortable, Pedro. Let's see what we can do. Let's get uncomfortable, right? It's not going to be fun all the time, but let's get uncomfortable. Will you get uncomfortable with me? Or are you going to sit around and be comfortable? That's a personal choice. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just asking. 146K. Oh, it must be $300 in. My math, maybe my brain is foggy today. 146. Got it. Well, that's a lot of money. I would venture to say most of us are not making $146,000. But that's also 7 days a week, right? And most of us aren't going to want to work, and we shouldn't work 7 days a week, like actively, in my opinion. But life is about taking risks. Absolutely. Yeah, John, there you go. Let's read this comment. Nobody's working 7 days a week, year round. You will burn out. Facts. You need days off. Yes. Very good. But I will say this, John. In some regards, I work 7 days a week, but it's only because I have passive ways of making money, so that if I make a video, for example, I'll just use this as an example because y'all know me for that. It might take me 15 minutes to put that video together and upload it. It might take me 30 minutes. Let's just say it takes me an hour. That's only an hour. And to me, it doesn't feel like work, but you're making money. It's very little active, 5% active, 95% passive, right? But that's a great point. We shouldn't be working 7 days a week. I definitely don't condone that, at least for me. Dasher Poppy, what up? Most of us are afraid of failure, myself included. Absolutely. I'm afraid of it almost every day, man. I put a video out there. I wonder, is it going to do good? Are people going to like it? Is it going to do well? I make a video for somebody else. Is it going to go over well? Will they think it's good enough? I go out. Am I going to have a good day? Like I went out today, great afternoon, worked 4 hours today. Not even 4, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Yesterday sucked. So I said, is today going to be like yesterday? You got to forget about yesterday and you go out. Can't be afraid to fail, right? It's okay. Failure builds strength, man. That's why I can sit here and at the desk here and say I'm a strong individual at this point in my life because I failed so much. I'm extremely strong, right? Because of all the failures that I've had. Selling Gig, what up? Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Bet on Bobby. Absolutely. Surprisingly enough, it's been very busy today. You know what? Today was, what's today? Wednesday? Today was good in my market. Yeah, I ran 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 Uber Eats and I did 2 Instacarts, made $120. So it was good. $120 in 3 hours and 45 minutes. So definitely good. All right. So we talked about leveling up. TN, hello. Let me read this last comment here. Take the L and keep it moving. That's how I look at it. Absolutely. We're all taking L's, right? We're all taking L's. I'm going to use a really cheesy, cliche, very corny one. There's this awesome Nike commercial Michael Jordan did, right? Back in I think it was 96 or 97 or maybe 98, right? Right before he retired the first time. And he's walking down into like the stadium and he's talking about all his successes, his failures, how many shots he missed. I missed 20,000 shots, blah, blah, blah. I'm not, but that he's not afraid to take a shot. He's not afraid of the failures, basically what the commercial's saying, right? Living life. What up? All right, so let me go ahead and put this back up here for you guys. Level up 23. So my question to y'all is, if we can, If you want me to put the StreamYard link in, if you have something of value to add to the conversation, or if you have questions, I can do that. Let me know in the comments. Maybe just give me a few. If I see a few thumbs up in the comments and thumbs up the video, I'll post the link. But how are you going to level up in 23? Am I talking nonsense? Do I not know what I'm talking about? Am I completely, is Pedro just lucky? Or is there a little bit of hard work going on here? Is there a little bit of forward thinking? Or am I just completely lucky? I don't know. I definitely have some luck on my side. I surround myself with good people. We're talking about that today as well. But what does level up 23 mean to you? Level up. What up, Cheeky Chops? Leveling up is a different W2. Leveling up is a little different. W2, but join union. Have to go to school 2 nights a week for 2 years. Take on the challenge and over fear of failure. See, but that is betting on you. That is leveling up because you're taking the time to better your trade that will then result you in more money, a better career, and more financial stability for you and the family. That is leveling up. You can level up in a W2. You can level up in self-employment. You can level up in your health. You can level up in your mindset. You can level up in a lot of different things. Brandon, there are definitely levels. Definitely. John says he's sitting in the parking lot declining orders. Private insurance is very expensive for a family. Yep. Driver Kern, what up? Driver Ken, I'm sorry. Pedro, thanks for doing this live today. And now let's all get some good energy on the show. Love it. Yes, the energy is good. The energy is good here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because too much, I've made so many negative videos, but there really is just me being me in my day. But sometimes you got to come in with like some, just let's have some positivity every once in a while, right? Positive vibes, right? Okay, I will, let me see here. I'm going to share with you guys real quick the StreamYard. If somebody wants to come in and ask questions, you can. And got to put your face on the screen unless I know who you are, okay? So I do want these Wednesdays to be interactive. And it's a place you can ask questions. So if somebody has a question on certain things or whatever, feel free to come in. So give me a moment while I find this real quick for you guys. Okay. There it is. There we go. So I'm going to put it in. You're going to see it's going to be under the Pedro Reacts. There it is. So we don't have too many crazy things. So if you click on the Pedro Reacts, see the guy right there with his two fingers up giving a peace sign? Feel free to click on that link and come in if you want. Love the positive attitude. Thank you, Ralph. Appreciate you. More consistent schedule. Let's look at Bobby. Does eating more Debbie cakes count? That's actually counts as leveling up on your caloric intake and possibly your weight, but leveling down in your overall health. But who doesn't like a little Debbie cake? I need to give me a little nutty buddy right now, a little nutty boy right now. Pedro, keep winning and having a great 2023. Yes, well, I got to get through 2023 yet. I'm so focused on 2020. I'm like ready. As soon as I get back from this little cruise we're going to be on, once I get to the 3rd week of January, we're going full throttle on the leveling up and the content and all the other. Like, it's going to be a very hard year. I'm going to put a lot more work with my brain in 2023 than I did my body in my hands. So it's going to be more failures, I think, but I'm okay with that. I've planned for that, right? I've planned for that. Thank you. Congrats on 35.6 subs, my dude. I've been here since 500. Rhode Island Hiker. I remember. I know the name. You have been, and I appreciate you very, very, very much. I could not have done this without you. That is for sure. Full tilt kill. Cheeky Chops. What's up? All right. So for those of you that are just coming in, I talked about leveling up, what it means to me. Between today and tomorrow, $2,500 I would have made from 2 different deals that I have, right? And that's part of my leveling up. That allows me not to have to worry so much about having to make my $200 a day. So what will you do to level up? How can you make some passive income? $2,500 for me, I'm gonna have for 4 hours of total work. $2,500. So we talk about miles to money, how much you making per hour. Somebody do the math on that. 4 hours of work. This is not me bragging. I'm just sharing with you guys. I'm proud of this. We should be proud. I want us to come and share our failures and successes. $2,500, and that's a regular thing for me. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little less. For 4 hours of active work in 1 month, right? So what will you do for you? Maybe it's $500, maybe it's $100. I don't know. What could you do with an extra $500? Could you put it in your 401k? Could you put it into your car, your savings, your kids' retirement, your retirement? Could you put it towards some car repairs that we're all going to eventually have? Like, think about what you can do, what you could do to get to a monetary goal, right? It's not as hard as most of us think. Most of us just are afraid to fail, and we're afraid to take that risk. There you go. $625 an hour. I said that's pretty good. You cannot do that with DoorDash and Spark. There's no app in the gig economy that's going to pay you $625 an hour. It's just not going to happen, right? Now, you might get lucky and have one crazy DoorDash order, one crazy Spark. You get a crazy $1,000 tip. That's going to happen maybe once in your lifetime on these apps, right? So how can you take that power back, take your time back, make your time more valuable for yourself, and make $625 an hour? How? Think about it. It's a personal thing. I don't have the answers, but I'm sharing my experiences. Is it me or Pedro keep getting free? Am I frozen? I shouldn't be. Hookers and cocaine. Maintenance in my car is ridiculous. I bet. Oh, would that be considered a banger? I would say that's 4 bangers in a month, right? Hope any New Year. Oh, have any New Year's resolutions? Good question. Not really. I've had New Year's resolutions in the past, but for me, it's more like I've been thinking about this since the middle of this year, what I want to accomplish, what I want to work on myself for 2023. And for me, I have goals that are both physical, like with my physical body and my mind. What do I want to do? How do I want to improve myself? Some financial goals, family goals, like my work-life balance. I want to spend more time with my girls, even more time with them. That's quality time than I did in 2022, because I grinded this past 2 years, basically. I want to spend more quality time with them. One of my goals, I guess, are resolutions. I guess I'll share one with you guys if I had it. Is to do like a date night or something very similar to that once a week with Madison. Even if it's just us watching a movie every Friday night or doing this or doing that, and like make it like routine, but in a good way, so that we both have something to look forward to. That's definitely something I would like to work on, at least personally. Good color. No, not freezing, just out of focus a bit. Oh, interesting. Maybe it's the lighting or something. I don't know. I'm definitely using the same. I'm going to have to get a different computer this year, I think. I'm going to get a better one, because I've had this one, I think, about 1.5 years, and it's done me good. But I want to level up my computer and the overall atmosphere down here, because it does look a little grainy, because I'm looking at it on my phone. What up, Dark and Jeff? This is how I leveled up in 2022, going from a W-2 to full-time gig work. In 2023, going from full-time gig work to full-time something else. I love that. Let's just let that marinate. Edward Lee dropping facts. Day night is always important. Yeah. And I know that's something that she values. Because I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had like something she needed me to do, and I really didn't want to do it. And she said, well, hey, you talk about freedom and flexibility. You talk about, these kind of things. You talk about how we're doing okay right now. Then why can't you take this day off? Right. So when she said that, she had me. I was like, you're right. Right. I can't say I have freedom and flexibility and feel like I can't do this thing for you. So that's absolutely correct. I have a family night. I love the family nights. Yeah. Those are good. And as Ruby's getting a little bit older, I feel like we'll be able to do have more fun with that kind of stuff, I wanted to read this one. Pedro, they say the best things in life are free. Do you agree with that? Ooh. Yes. I believe I mostly agree with it. I think life is about moments. I think the things that we will remember when we're on our deathbed are moments, not money. But I do think money can be a stressor in your life if you don't manage it well or don't have it. And by not having it, it doesn't allow you to have as many moments. Right. So I do say that. Money doesn't make you happy. The best things are free, but to get to those moments that are free and that are the best things, you have to set yourself up for success, right? You have to set yourself up, right? That's what I would say to that. Rhode Island hiker. They're going okay. I've actually just started making money with them to where my initial investment now has paid off because the machines are owned and making very little money, not a lot, but not bad. A couple $100 a month, I'll take it. Oh, I love playing board games. I like playing Monopoly. Nobody ever wants to play because it's such a long game. I like Monopoly. I love Scrabble. Games that kind of take a little bit of time. I like Uno, even though that's kind of quick. I like chess. I love playing all those things. Are we motivated yet? What up, Jonathan? How you doing, bro? I don't know. Are you? Only you can answer that question. I'm motivated. I'm gonna go back out after this, make another $80 in 2.5, 3 hours, and there's my 200 for today. Financial peace. Yes, financial peace is important, guys. Let's not you could have monetary goals and be proud about what you're doing, and it doesn't make you a Scrooge or it doesn't make you like greedy. Financial peace, making sure your mortgage is paid, your rent, you got some food in the fridge for the kids, some snacks that they like, you got some gas in your wife's car. Like these things are a measure of happiness. Think about that. And those are little things to some, but they're big things to others. Those things are important. Being able to take your kids out to their favorite dinner every once in a while, right? Being able to buy them something that they really wanted for Christmas. These are important things. You can't do that without figuring out how to up your financial game, how to level up, how to make some money passively. You can't. You can't do it. How do you win Monopoly? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a full game of Monopoly. Well, I guess maybe once or twice, but it's always somebody always quits or gets disinterested or quit or flips the board game. Grandma gets mad, like, she flips the board game, you know. Princess says, I played Scrabble for the first time. I got my brain thinking. I love Scrabble. Love Scrabble. I like Mexican dominoes, all that. So how y'all leveling it up? If you got another question, we're going to be here for about another 20 minutes. If you got some questions on some things, somebody asked me how the vending machines was going. Somebody asked Pedro, do you think things, the best things in life are free? If you got some questions or questions for the chat, let's talk about it. Bring them in the chat. I can read. I think I can read. Stay healthy, peeps. When health issues hit, it's not fun. Take time for yourself. Love that. Mexican dominoes is a form of like Mexican train, right? I think that's what they technically call it, right? Somebody's calling me. I don't know who that is. Mexican train. I think that's the correct term. Am I wrong? Domino, not just regular dominoes or bones, as us Puerto Ricans call it, but yeah, I believe it's called Mexican train. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments section. Oh, am I delayed? Oh, I am 17 seconds behind on that. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Okay. My daughter beat me. Oh, I love it. I became father of the year. That's how I leveled up. Ooh, hold up. Let me read this one. I became a father this year. Ooh, love it. Congratulations. Do you think flipping collectibles would be a good side hustle during a recession? Ooh, Edward, I don't know a lot about that, so I'd hate to I don't know. I think do your research. I think from what I understand, like the whole eBay and like the flipping and going to garage sales, it works for some people, not for the majority because it's saturated. I think a lot of people want to do that, but it doesn't mean you can't do it. But, I look at it like, hey, you go to some garage sales or you go digging around in Goodwills or you go online, you try to buy some collectibles and flip them. If you invest 4 hours out of every week, and I bet, Edward, you could find 4 hours every week to do some research, spend some time doing that and trying it for a little while, probably a low investment, low risk, high reward possibility is what I would say to that. Mexican train. Yes. Thank you, Roar. Oh, Brandon. Yeah, you should come check out Pedro and Hannibal podcast now. We're going to be talking about that. That was I've never seen anything like that in my life in basketball. It's amazing. Put a penny on it. Digital Nomad says many ways to make money. Saving it is the most important. Yeah, I think this is what I'd say about saving money. It depends on what you're saving it for. And if you have it just sitting in a bank, not collecting any kind of interest, not in a Roth IRA, not doing anything like that, it's silly, right? It just is. But if you're saving it for a goal and then you're going to flip that into something else, makes sense. Or if you're getting some kind of dividend back on it, some kind of percentage back, makes sense. But if you got money just sitting somewhere, I don't recommend that. I'm not a financial advisor. I need to say that, but I don't recommend having it just sit just for your own personal safety. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you should all have an emergency fund for things that come up. But if you got a large amount of money or whatever that it means to you just sitting somewhere, that's a bad thing, in my opinion. What's your prediction on DoorDash this year coming up? Just getting in for your address. Just getting in if you address already. Ooh, great question. I've answered that a few videos back, and hit the thumbs up for your boy. If you guys are getting any value here and you're loving the talk, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Share the content as well or subscribe. DoorDash in 2023 is going to be very different. I think this last quarter of 2022, we've seen the pilot programs that they've done. The diamond zones are going to be everywhere. That's my prediction. Every zone, or at least 90% of America, will be a diamond zone, to where they're going to sell you, hey, you need to be 50% or 70% acceptance rate. I think we're going to keep seeing acceptance rate be a thing in 2023. More pilot tests that are going to be good. Some might be bad. They're going to continue to throw things at the wall and see what sticks. I think for a majority of drivers, if you're only still working DoorDash, you're going to struggle. For the majority, not all. That's what I'd say my prediction for 2023 is. People can make a good living. People can make a good living just mowing yards and shoveling snow. Simple, low-stress job. Yes, George Jefferson, that is true. Definitely a physical labor job, though. How long can you do that? I guess some can have a business and do it for a while. But that's something that a lot of people here don't want to do. So there is value in that type of work. Great point. Dawn says here, she got some insight. There's no money buying at Goodwill. They're selling online now in most items. Yes, Goodwill jumped the prices up. They got a new CEO, I think 2 years ago. Goodwill's trash. I'll say that right now. My opinion on Goodwill is they are a trash company, super shady, and that's what I'll say about Goodwill. Jay Walk, what up? I'm late to the party. What up, Meaty Mama? How are you? Meaty Mama, we need to talk. I need to email you back. How are you? Jay Walk says, you never finished a Monopoly game because you never played against me. I will have you homeless and living in my hotels in no time. Shout out to my man, Jaywalk. He's my partner in crime. You guys are going to be seeing and hearing a lot about this website he's helping me launch. We have this J Network, Jaywalk Network, M Boy collab. It's going to be coming in January. Look out for that. Shout out to him. He does a lot of the hard work. A lot of the brain power that you're going to see in 2023 comes from him, right? But I do more of you'll see me talking about things, but a lot of what I'm talking about are ideas that he's had and things that we've talked about. So that's who that is right there, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see if we got any other questions in here. Pedro, if we have a website, is it okay to put the information here under the motivational day? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Princess says, I started a sleepover party rental business as my passive. Ooh, I don't even know anything about that, but it sounds pretty awesome. I started a sleepover party rental business. I would love to hear more about that. That's awesome. Let's see. Hoodie says, I predict high pay order program will not last past March. High pay order. Oh, you think that the diamond zones are going away? I don't think they will. And if they do, because you could be right, it'll be formulated and they'll call it something else, but it will be the same thing, if that makes sense. Let me see. Edward says, Pedro, what is pay like on writing for blogs? I have never written for a blog before, but Hannibal is hungry. If you go to his channel, and he put up a community post, I believe today. He has a newsletter. Go subscribe to his newsletter. He drops in some things that he's doing as well. I know that he writes for some blogs. I know Steve from Write Your Rodeo writes for some blogs. I don't know how much they pay. I've heard a little bit, you can make maybe, I don't know from experience, but I've heard it could be a couple $100 once you get going. That's what I've heard. Could be less, could be more for some people. But if riding is something that you enjoy and you have some kind of collaboration or foot in the door and somebody that knows somebody that does that and you feel like it could be beneficial for you, think about it like this. Let's say you spend 4 hours a week or 4 hours a month and you make $200, $300 a month, right? It's not bad for 4 hours. Let's say you spend 4 hours. You spend 1 hour a week writing for some blogs, doing some things, research, 4 hours a week or 4 hours a month, 1 hour a week, writing it, blah, blah, blah. $200, $300 passive income. It's not not too shabby, is it? You're not, where else can you make that, that kind of in the gig economy? You're going to make $50 an hour? Not usually. I am talking text. I predict high pay. Oh, I see that one there. Okay. What other questions y'all got? I do have a video coming out in January that will talk about some income things and some things that I've done and, sharing some raw numbers with you guys in hopes to inspire. Because at the end of the day, guys, none of us are millionaires. Most of us won't be. That shouldn't be goal. Our goal shouldn't be to be a millionaire, blah, blah, blah. It should have some financial peace, like Mad Dash said earlier, to level up, to have better health, physical, mental in 2023. And in doing that kind of stuff, by having more financial peace, a little more stability, it can then allow us to maybe take the stress off of working these apps and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying leave the gig economy. I'm saying maybe work a little less gig economy and a little more on yourself, whatever that means for you. And I think in the long run, it will serve you better. I do believe that. Driver Ken says, Pedro, since you're doing less gig work, besides being a content creator, do you plan to run your own business sometime in the future? Yes, absolutely. That's what this network and this website and things like that will be going towards that. Let's see. I'm 52 years old, so I know that it's like the hustle. I used to copy VHS tapes, CDs, DVDs, make barbecue, and watch cars. There you go. Love that. Dash Master, what up? It basically getting your name and getting more traffic to your business when you're writing for blogs. I've used to do that. Interesting. That's not something that I've really put a lot of thought into for myself, but it's something I've been interested in. But I haven't taken that leap yet to do that. It does look a little grainy, doesn't it? I wonder why. Is the lighting too? It does look a little. Is that better? I don't know. I got to get a new computer. Don, thank you. Look, go get that money. Dasher Bench says, Pedro, I watched your video just today where you spoke of making a St. Louis delivery platform for local business. So that video is old. That's something that I thought about in the beginning. It's something I thought about basically almost 2 years ago. Oh, I thought about it 2 years ago and started thinking about okay. And I was working on that, collaborating with some local restaurants because at that time I saw how DoorDash and the gig apps were treating the restaurants. And I thought, man, they're kind of taking advantage in a way, right? But for me, I don't think that most restaurants feel like it's a need for them. So I didn't think it's something that I could scale and really make a business, if that makes sense. So I had to scrap that. I scrapped it. It's not something that I was going to go towards. Hey, check my comment above, bro. Hold on, John. Hold on, let me get to John's comment if I can't find it. Here, this one here. I'm Bradley. God bless you, brother. I've been waiting to catch you live. My man, you're awesome. I'm currently dashing listening. Oh, John, thank you. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad you caught live. We'll be here every Wednesday, 4 Eastern, same time for about 45 minutes to an hour, sharing motivation, talking about things, challenging one another, sharing ideas. Bravo says, sir, I leveled up 20 years ago. I'm proud of you, though. Never too late. Absolutely. Everybody levels up when they can. What up, Flex? What you doing, bro? You out there making that money, or you sitting in the house waiting for a banger? Ooh, good question. Best barbecue Memphis or St. Louis? Ooh, I've never had Memphis barbecue. St. Louis barbecue is pretty good, but I've never had Memphis, so I can't speak to that. I've had Memphis style barbecue in St. Louis or in Chicago, but I think you got to be in the city to really get the true vibe of it. So can't answer that question. I do like barbecue though. Any Robinhood traders here? Ooh, I had some Robinhood stuff, but I don't do it actively. I do have a Robinhood account though. I will say that. Yeah, shout out to Flex. So let's check out this one. Edward Lee, stay tuned to this channel. Blog opportunities will be discussed and detailed and offered. There you go. Thank you, Sam. That will be part of the network, part of what we talk about, part of the partnerships, part of how we're going to level up. Appreciate the 124 in the building. Hit the thumbs up. Actually, you know what? Hit the thumbs down as well. I don't know if y'all knew. Let me help y'all little content creators out there. You know when somebody thumbs down your video, that's actually the same. In some regards, engagement is good. Hit the thumbs up if you're getting value. Sitting, all the newbies getting priority. You think that? I don't know if that's true or not. I think it can be true. Don says, love this community, building and supporting each other. That's what it's got to be about. That's what it's got to be about. And you know what? I'll say this. Too much when you see in communities, and I'm not just talking this community, but there's millions of communities on YouTube. You see a lot of people going at each other. I've done it. I've gone at people, right? Somebody says something stupid or they're talking trash, blah, blah, blah. Well, we got to get better at actually just forgetting about those individuals and just staying in our lanes and being true to who we are and surrounding ourselves with people that are actually like meaningful. I think we all got to get better at that, right? Let the fools be fools. And let the lions, you want your pride. You want your lions to be in the pride. Let the hyenas, when they come into your pride, get them out of there. Don't let them stay. Don't let the hyenas, the trolls. Nah, we lions over here, right? We're doing lion type things. We're taking care of our pride, taking care of our family. We're leveling up. You can't level up when you let the hyenas come in and take care, and take your mental. We ain't doing that in 2023. That's a fact. Princess says, I'm dashing and listening to. Nice. Do you see yourself becoming a top dasher? Ooh, good question. Abel, you might have missed this. Technically, I'm a top dasher right now because when I ended my account in November, I had all the metrics, right? Because I reset my acceptance rate, but I haven't dashed since the middle of November. No, when I ended my account in October. When I ended my account in November. So I had top dasher for the whole month of December, but I haven't dashed since the middle of November. So it's been basically, we're going on, what is today? It's been 7 weeks or something like that. So I will not probably, I never say never for some things, but I think Top Dasher at this point trash. Appreciate you, Bravo. But DoorDash is going to be changing some things. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't focus a lot of my time. I don't think a lot about DoorDash. I might make videos to keep informed and keep you guys like it. It's entertainment, but I don't spend a lot of time thinking about DoorDash, at least not like I did last year. And I'm definitely not going to spend as much time thinking about it in 2023 because I have bigger things I want to accomplish. And I can't accomplish those things if I'm sitting in my car all day or thinking about DoorDash all day. I just can't. I have different types of goals, right? But the good thing is if things don't pan out, which they will, because I know how I am, you still got the gig apps. If I needed to make $200 a day, if I needed $1,400 this week, I could easily make $1,400. I just get in my car and I dash for 10 to 12 hours a day and I'll have $1,400, $1,500, right? It just takes a little hustle, right? But for me, I'm trying to figure out, like I just told you on the beginning, what up, trader? How do I get $2,500 in 2 days like I did between today and tomorrow? $2,500 by the two side things I got going on, to 2 collaborations. Right? That's how I'm leveling up. That's how I don't want to be in my car all for 2023. I don't. I just don't. But I know I can use the apps if I need them. No tip. Dasher for me. Uh-oh. Oh, it says no top that. Yeah. Shout out to Trader. Me and Trader actually spoke today on the phone. We talked about some things. Appreciate you giving me a call. That'll be between him and I. But just know that when I talk about collaborations, when I talk about surrounding yourself with lions versus sheep and hyenas, Trader's a lion. Look what he's doing on his channel. He's doing big things. He's hustling. He's entertaining. He's got goals. He's taking care of his family. Those are the people we need to surround ourselves with, like I said earlier. And I got many others I do that with, right? So who are you surrounding yourself with? Think about that today when you guys are doing your dashing. Princess is out. She's got a side hustle for some passive income. She's dashing right now. Princess, who are you surrounding yourself with? My guess, by just knowing her a little bit from YouTube and seeing what she's got going on and how young she is and her motivation, her hustle, I bet she surrounds herself with some pretty positive, smart, intelligent individuals. Mr. J says, I'm leveling up by trying to eat and live healthier, going back to the gym, getting myself together. Love it. Awesome. You gotta have good mental health and physical health in order to level up as well, right? Curious, Pedro, how long was your waitlist time on the gig apps? I know it's different by market. I'm just wondering. I'm still waiting on Grubhub and Instacart. Ooh, good question. I got right on with DoorDash right in the beginning. Got right on with Uber. So Uber was first. I got right on. DoorDash right on. Postmates right on. I tried Instacart was maybe about a week. That was a little over a year ago. And I tried Spark. They said I was approved. They even send me text messages. Like when Spark was down last week, I got the text messaging. But for some reason, I can't turn my app on. So I just kind of gave up on that. But the Spark one felt like it was just like about a month or a month and a half. And then I still haven't gotten on all the way. But it is what it is. Lying, you know it, Nomadic. No tip, no trip. Let's go. You know Julio. What up? Julio, I think you were the one that won the were you the Julio that won one of Traders giveaways? I think you were. Pedro, I need a gimmick for my channel. Oh, I don't know, Jeff. There's so many niches and things you can do on YouTube. I would say you do one of two things. Do something that you know a lot about. So if you're an expert in something or you know a lot about something, make videos on that. Or make some kind of entertainment video that you're passionate about that you can do that would come across as value. One of the two would be my suggestion. Facts, Flex. Absolute facts, man. Oh, I love it. My last name. I'd like to recommend YouTube channels. Hustle at Hot Mama and Tucker Upper on sourcing and reselling online. Ooh, I like it. If somebody could put links to those channels, please do. Hustle at Home Mama and Tucker Upper on sourcing and reselling online. Love it. So Meaty Mama says, I'm on a waiting list for everything. I've only got DoorDash. Need to get Uber Eats to accept my documents. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think those documents on Uber Eats, you kind of do through the phone, right? But if you feel like it's taking too long, call support. You might get something with that. Maybe try emailing. I got you, Flex. Okay. Raquel. Hey, Pedro, I do gig work in KC Metro. I'm also a seamstress. I make dice bags, fleece blankets, dice trays, etc. If you ever need anything, please contact me. Ooh, nice. Appreciate that. I love people that got side hustles, man. That's the way to do it these days. I'm telling you. Okay, real estate wholesaling. I see that one there. My mother-in-law and my father are both licensed real estate agents. My mother-in-law is active. My dad is a real estate agent. He has the licensing, but he doesn't actively do it. They both tell me I should get into real estate. And I've thought about, I'm probably at some point going to take the exam or whatever to get licensed and see. But I don't know. That would take time, right? But it's definitely real estate, something I've thought about. They said they thought I would be good at it, but Instacart is very hit or miss for me. It's definitely worth my time, but you got to be very patient. And I've been practicing more patience for me. So it's been working out okay. Okay. I meant more like my channel, like what my channel is known for, like you with Boy or Trader with the. Oh, got it. John has his food. Yes. Yeah, Jeff, I think you have to. I think organically, when you make videos, your channel will then just organically will turn into what that is and what the people like and what you like making, right? That's what I think, at least. When I made this channel, the No Tip No Trip wasn't on my radar until several months. Owning property is leveling. Oh yeah, we do have a house, so there's a big part of that. Yes. And I try to surround myself with people with strong mindset. Absolutely. And Princess, it's not easy to have, we all have our weaknesses as but surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals that can offer value in your life, through care, through conversations, through accountability. That's how you level up. I really believe that. And I have people in my life that are like that, and it helps me a lot. Cool. I'm okay. Glad to help. You don't need a real estate license to wholesale. No, I'm real estate license to sell homes, though. You do, yeah. Live in a city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, and gig work is very big here. Nice. Okay, so we're just at about an hour. Listen, I appreciate you guys. I want to keep these to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I felt the vibes. I think we had a good talk. I shared with you guys in the beginning. If you're just coming in, watch, scroll back and watch the first maybe 15, 20 minutes, how I'm leveling up, shared a little bit of numbers with you guys, what I'm working on in 2023, kind of in the middle of this. It's been a good day. It's been a good week. 2023 is going to be fantastic. If you're watching a replay, leave in the comment section. What are you working on? How are you going to level up in 2023? What does that mean to you? How are you betting on yourself? We talk about betting on yourself, setting goals, doing it one day at a time. Now, some of us are doing that, right? Okay, let's take one more step. How do we go one more level up from that to where we can take what we've done and have some financial stability, some financial peace, let's generate some passive income from our betting on ourselves. That's the focus for 2023. You guys are absolutely amazing. Consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the content. Bet on you set goals one day at a time. It's a mindset. Level up 23. See you tomorrow.